Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your Friday night's Talking Town. I'm, of course, your host, The Gov, founder of Fun. Why, I hear you say, because, well, I can set the headline. So, founder of Fun is what I thought I was this evening. Looking forward to hearing what you're going to say on your football club. Plenty of great comments coming in, like this one here from Mike Baker. Says the boys need to want it more. Want it for me. It's a question of desire, and how badly do we really want it? Love to hear, love to see all of your comments fly in this evening. I haven't got a plan for tonight's show. I just thought we'd talk football because we didn't do Wednesday's show because my Labrador ate a grape. Had to go to the vet. A lot of money later. Here we are talking Ipswich Town Football Club. So I just thought we'd talk sport. And let's see where it goes. As always, you can become a Talking Town Fifth Stander. Hit the join button on YouTube or head to Ko-Fi and set up the amount that you want to set up. Both are available to cancel at any point and become a Talking Town Fifth Stander. So, right, we've got Keith Dono. Be straight on Prediction League after this. Matt, have we got a Prediction League link dropped already? I'd like to see that. Yes, we have. There it is on your screen right now. And it's in the live chat. We'll also try and get that on the comments. So if you're watching on catch up, it's there for you. Right, so tomorrow, Sheffield Wednesday at home, big game, must-win game. Although I'm sure people will tell me every game's a must-win game, but if every game was a must-win game, this is the one. And joining me this evening are two people that I'm going to do. I've got an intro, but I'm not going to play their intro. I'm actually going to let this do the talking. Brothers, I even brought you in on time.
Unbelievable.
You're not going to get the show cut for showing that, I mean.
I don't give a fuck, mate. Who cares? Who cares? I'm way past that one right now. But we have the Driscoll Brothers, Richard and Matt, the media mogul, the cruncher, here to discuss your football team. One will be positive, one will be negative. I'll let you decide which is which. It's not hard to work it out. Look at them both. Yeah. A lot of comments on you, actually, Matt. You know, you've...
What, already?
Not already, but I mean, during the course of the week. Some people are really, enjoying...
slagging me.
Your honesty. Some people are not quite enjoying.
It's slagging me.
How are we, gentlemen? Are we both feeling confident ahead of tomorrow?
No. Well, down my mental. Of course I'm not feeling confident. Is Ipswich we're talking about? Rich is confident because he was very buoyant. Him and Colin phoned me from the car. I always enjoy these calls from the car, coming back from Turf Moor. You were very... Colin, maybe you had a couple of pints. You were very buoyant when you were on the way back. You so buoyant, you missed your turning, didn't you?
Yeah, it was only about another 5 minutes on my journey. Don't worry. Got back at 20 to 2 instead of 25 to.
We can't talk about Burnley because we didn't see the game, Matt. We're not allowed. All right, we're not allowed.
We've seen the goals, haven't we? We've now seen the goals. Well, I've seen the goals.
Pathetic defending, but then that's a classic Town game, I think.
Yeah.
Good performance from Town.
What was good about it? Tell us. The floor is yours. What's good about it?
The reaction they show, because obviously they score after 47 seconds. When you've driven 185 miles and then they score after 46 seconds, 47 seconds, you think, for fuck's sake, here we go. But score, 2 minutes later, and look, we matched them. I know we didn't win. I know football, it's all about the end result, isn't it? But obviously Burnley, we see Matt from the first game. We played well, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did play well.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And we played well the other night. And look, I think that's the sixth or seventh time that we've conceded in injury time. So
six.
That's obviously, I think it's six. That's a problem that we haven't eradicated. We still keep doing it, and it's bitten us on the backside there. But there was a lot of positives to take from that game, even though we lost.
Good. I got to give McKenna full credit to go two 90 minutes where we haven't looked out of place against Burnley, and Vincent Company saying as much. Is a great thing. Why we couldn't do this against the bloody shit we have to play week in, week out, I don't know.
Here he goes.
Burnley, a team that'll be in the Premier League next season. We can do it.
To be fair, he's got a point though. Like, I mean, I don't care how good we were with 2 legs against Burnley.
The Clarets.
Fucking irrelevant. It's the 90 minutes like to sit through against Cambridge. Still haunts me. Still hurts me. Still scars me. That's nonsense. That's like...
Is it because like Burnley play that kind of more open passing game that is probably more reflective of what we do, whereupon your Cambridges, your Fleetwoods, your Cheltenhams, parking the bus, soaking up the pressure, get us on the counter-attack, etc. And we're not so good at dealing with it.
It's interesting you say that, Matt, because I was listening back to you when you're on the Wednesday Till I Die podcast, and that was the problem that they had last season.
Yeah,
Sheffield
interesting that,
Wednesday.
wasn't it? Yeah, he did reference that. He said they couldn't break those teams down. He referenced James Mappin from Sheffield Wednesday pod, referenced exactly the same teams. They couldn't do it, which annoys me slightly because does that mean we're a season behind them, albeit in third place? You know what I mean? But
Have they spent 8 million?
they haven't. They've not spent anything, he said.
Imagine being ahead of town and not spending a single penny.
Let me tell you, they do find the fact we're third and having spent 8 million very funny.
I don't.
No, me neither.
I find it as funny as toothache. And spending more time with you is getting me more down.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I find
Really
funny
toothache,
is
right?
what I find funny is this book.
There it is.
Who's ordered it in the chat? Who has ordered this book?
I'd like to tell everybody that this is going to be my Valentine's Day present. Who would have thought Colin Plum would feature in my Valentine's?
Yeah. I'm sure there's a joke
Here we
there.
are. Look, I don't know if you can see this.
There we are. That's our forward, everybody.
Did you not take Colin on Tuesday, Rich?
Yeah, I took Colin. I took Andy.
He was all on time.
He was here. Colin was here an hour before I said we were going to leave. He was here at 12 o'clock and we weren't leaving until 1 o'clock.
Enthusiasm.
Hour to get beat by Burnley.
We had a great day. Listen.
You sound like you had a good time.
We had a great day. We spent 6 hours on the road, chatted loads, went to Burnley Cricket Club. If you missed talking cricket, anyone in the chat, we've just done a show. We chatted about the pavilion there. We went there before.
We did.
A lot of memorabilia there. And obviously Colin was a great salesman, Matt. Great salesman.
Got product.
He's
now got product. So do they open up the pavilion for away fans, do they?
It's open. Yeah, it's open on all games, home and away fans in there. And it's it's really good. Really good spot. Look, I really enjoy going there. Brilliant. They've spent, you can see what money brings because they've spent a lot of money. Since the last time I went to Turf Moor, they've still got the old stand. I don't know if have you been there ever, you two? Been to Turf
No, I've never
Moor?
been to that one. No.
So in the away end where you normally walk in under the concourse, it used to be dark. It was dingy. That's the lights are great. It's been painted. There's LED boards all outside, even along the top of the stand. They've got two screens.
Lovely.
Hopefully, this is where town will be heading in a few years' time. Hopefully,
but I think the Burnley model is one of the models they probably want to follow. You buy a club and then you get them to the Premier League, establish them. Obviously, Burnley aren't an established Premier League side now, but they're going to head back there, and then you have to put it on for what will be a healthy profit. You'd have thought for the pension fund, and all of the people that put the money in. But yeah, I did notice on the pictures Turf Moor was looking remarkably better. Yeah, it does. Than the last time I saw that stadium.
Do you remember the guy landed on the roof there, Matt, when we played away? I think it was the parachute man. Yeah,
I was at V Festival that day. He landed on the roof, didn't he? We won 3-0, didn't we? I think
45 minutes late, the kickoff.
We apologise to V Festival for making you very uncool in 30 seconds.
Who did you see, Matt? Who did you see?
Primal Scream.
Good.
Ocean Colour Scene.
Good song, that.
Ocean Colour Scene, who I played with.
Yeah, I see Ocean Colour Scene. Do you remember Towerlands in Braintree?
Yeah, I do.
I see them there. And I see Jamiroquai there as well.
I saw Paul Weller in there. I'm a changing man. Yeah.
Shall we? While we're on music, shall we get the poll running?
We can do in a second, but wasn't Jamiroquai featured on Raw this week? Not actually themselves, but they were mentioned by the Rated R Superstar. I'm sure they were.
Yeah, I was reading the report. He did reference
Back to the Future. No,
this Cowboy.
One of the songs. I can't remember what it was.
No. There you go. I don't like Jamiroquai. I remember
Cowboy. What do you mean you don't like Jamiroquai?
Can't stand Jamiroquai. Boring.
Why not?
I'm more of a. I don't know.
You listen to some absolute dreadful music. I can't believe you don't like Jamiroquai, but.
I don't listen to dreadful music, thank you very much. I listen to music that really feeds the soul. Feeds the soul. Talking of music, Virtual Insanity, there you go. Joe Cook is paying more attention than me and you were both.
Okay, Virtual
Insanity. You know what it is, kids? Google it, as he said. Quite funny. A couple of comments coming in. First of all, JG, where has this 8 million figure come from? I tell you what, Matt, I can help you out here because I can get
look it up on Transfer Market.
No, I can help you. Just because here is the lovely squad, courtesy of George Nunn. Now, obviously, Hadme's no longer at the football club, so obviously discontinue
Take a tenner off that total then.
Take a tenner off. But you've got, well, where is the 8 million then, Matt? Break it down for the people at home.
Well, we bought Haladki from Salford, right?
Free transfer, wasn't it? I thought.
Oh, was it free? Okay.
Oh dear.
Natian.
Started poorly.
What are you on about? What they've spent this season, Matt?
Oh, well, there you go. Well, this season is 5 million, isn't it?
So you got Clark.
You got Clark, and then going way back to Natian, Vincent Young. We've paid a fee for Keogh.
Yeah.
Are you sitting down? We paid a fee for Keogh.
We didn't pay a fee for Keogh. On a free.
We did a nominal fee. Nominal.
Wow, come on. That could be 50
800.
The Red Bull.
800. Davis, 1.5. Broadhead, same. Harness,
just $1 million.
800 grand. Chaplin paid a fee. Moulsey, we paid a fee. Kamara, you've paid about 600,000. Geezer's still in hospital.
Poor bloke.
Put it back on.
Isn't it?
Put it back on. Can't see the squad, can I?
No, you've made your point.
I think Cook's done about 3 mil and McKenna's done 5. I'm not making this up, by the way. I know Ipswich fans think if you're negative, you're making it up. See, you can easily look it up.
But the thing is, though, I'll take comment with this one.
We ain't done it this season, have we?
Well, no, but you've got Burgess.
We've done 5 mil this season. And not an insignificant sum, mate. Hasten to add.
Oh dear, right. 150. Oh, hang on. Callie says 150,000 for Keys. Philip says about 100 grand for Keogh. 100 grand. I
thought they said low 6 figures. I thought it was like
it's not for a coach.
For Richard Keogh in the year 2022.
I love how everyone gets on your back if you're a bit negative, like it's my fault. Like I've been taking the cash, throwing it around. I'm just paying £1 like everybody else to go to the games.
It's the guy who programmed the dashboard's fault. That's what I think. Anyway, he obviously didn't install the right program.
It's called shooting the messenger. Town fans are good at that.
No, it's like shooting you. It's fine. Right. Song choices for the jukebox so I can get a poll going. Richard, what is yours for this week, please?
I've got 2.
You can't have 2. That distorts the result.
There's no point me doing one because Rich always wins. It's pointless.
Oh.
My stuff's too. You see, Rich is like into the mainstream. I'm
going to go for Queen.
Yep.
Under Pressure.
I like that.
Under Pressure.
My other song was U2 Desire. But
Desire, yeah. Great tune.
Yeah. We go Queen. Under Pressure, because that's what Town are tomorrow.
It's a great tune. I love it.
Matt, who are you going for?
Oh, I'm going to throw Jamiroquai in. Space Cowboy.
Good song.
Cowboy. David has just gifted 1 Talking Town membership. Thank you very much, David. We appreciate that. He gifted it to Mike Baker. Mike, you lucky man. There we go. Wow. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I've got one this week. I'm going to go for Bad Habits by our sponsor, Eddie Sheeran, because we have got bad habits.
Great singing. There was some great singing by Gov this afternoon on the WhatsApp group, wasn't there?
I know. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, very good.
What were you singing? You were changing the words.
It was a Vici when it was on.
Yeah.
Yes.
What Martin does, everybody, is he'll post something where he's singing, and if you haven't listened to it within 2 minutes, he deletes it. I've never known someone to delete.
You got to be quick. You got to be quick.
Yeah.
Controversial.
It's gone.
The thing is, this man at the top here used to hate voice notes. He used to just. Now, what do we get all the time? Bloody voice notes.
Yeah, it's good. My favourite's always when Rich is in the tractor because you get the hum of the engine.
My favourite is I can't say what my favourite is, but I did play it to my missus last night. It was Matt doing an impression of somebody, and it was. I'll tell you after the show. It was absolutely hilarious.
I'll bring back my full repertoire on WhatsApp.
It was quality. This is a man of many talents, people.
Does Matt often feature in your bedroom?
Not really.
Is Colin Plum featuring in your Valentine's? He's mine.
Brilliant.
Colin, I can't wait to get that book. I can't wait to read it.
Featuring El Capitano, Sam Morsey. The fans are needed more than ever. Now, Rich, I know you and Sam are really tight. You're really close. Break it down for us.
They often talk on Twitter, everybody.
They're like that. Like that.
That's Callie. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that is Callie. Yeah.
Don't know.
His agent.
Where was Callie the other night? He didn't turn up, Callie. Why were you not at Burnley? Come on.
He would have been in the director's box.
Anyway, you are close.
Needed more than ever, the fans. Come on. We've backed them in numbers, home and away, wherever we've gone.
What did we take up there on Tuesday? Then? It was over 1,000, wasn't it? In the end?
Yeah, just over 1,000.
That's
obviously
really
no tickets on the night. Great atmosphere. Sung all the game. There was only 11,500 Matt there, which I thought was a bit poor.
It's such great support, that Tuesday night to go to Burnley, 1,100 there. I mean, look, if it was down to the fans, we'd be like Burnley in the Championship, wouldn't we? We'll be
day trippers. Day trippers, as Martin called us.
Day trippers. Bloody day trippers. Oh. Just out for the big games. That's all you're out for.
Day trippers.
£15 tickets, though, wouldn't it? What did it cost you on petrol to get up there?
400 quid in the current climate.
Yeah, probably.
About 50 notes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But to see us play Burnley, not for me.
The first game was very good, wasn't it? Very enjoyable game.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Just think, you could have really heated your home for 20 minutes with that 50 quid.
Could have had a hot shower.
You could have had the endless possibilities. €5 from David. I can't get excited for Burnley.
Great to stand next to Steve Parry. Steve Parry was there and Lee Bayliss. They were there. Brilliant.
See?
Steve been let out of his room.
Yatesy was there. See Yatesy as well.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. I love it when the Northwest comes together. I love that. It's great. Brilliant.
It is nice. Talking Town Northwest branch.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, it's great.
Who'd be chairman?
I like to think Ian would. Ian Davis.
Yeah, Ian's very sensible, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who's secretary then?
It's got a beard. You can just give it that. Beep maybe.
No, he's got to be publicity officer. He's always positive. Come to our Northwest meeting. We have the best bitter.
Yeah. Who's responsible? Maybe Ian would take that role as well.
Every role. Poor Ian. All right. Yeah, Sam Morsey. So, Rich, have you spoken to him recently on social media?
No, I haven't. I don't talk to Sam all the time.
Let me tell you, everybody. On the Wednesday Till I Die pod, they enjoyed Rich's rant about Morsey on Sunday. They thought it was very funny.
Tuning in, they were.
Factually incorrect. Well, not factually, but opinionally incorrect.
Who's better, Morsey or Skews? So Rich's take was Skews played in the Championship, done the same role. It's hard to argue against that, isn't it? Because we've not seen Morsey in the Champ, have we, with Town? But he has played in the Champ, obviously.
He has played in the Championship.
Middlesbrough.
And Cole Skews was picked by Mick McCarthy, who also picked Jonathan Douglas. So you could also default the point to be...
Oh, we did get to the playoffs. This is what...
We did. But we did. Absolutely.
For all the bigging up of this team at the minute, we are in the third tier, as Matt does say.
In the third tier with the abundance of millions. Yeah, very true. Skews and Douglas did get Ipswich into the playoffs. You can't... It's the fact.
Douglas didn't get us in the playoffs. That was the season after, Matt. Come on.
Nat from Sheffield Wednesday has given us a quid.
He has given us a quid.
You're on the Owls.
I'm meant to bring this up on the Wednesday pod. I don't like that badge they've got now. I used to like the side-on one from the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The owl.
Yeah.
It was side-on. That one's rubbish. Nat, write an email to Hillsborough. Get the old one back. The Owls.
There you go. We do it all in Talking Town. But thanks for your pound, Nat. We really appreciate that. Stephen Morsey is twice the player of Skew because Stephen knows his onions, my friends. Twice the player.
I do like Morsey, but I mean, why have people started going against? Why have people started going against him a bit? Because he's
going
against him.
I'm not going against him.
Is his form dipped?
I've got a picture in my bloody on the wall of him.
I know, but there's certainly a vibe that his form is dipped or he's not leading as a captain should, etc., etc. And it's all back on that Cambridge game, isn't it? Is it because he let him and Evans let that, what's his name, Digby get through and Nibs scored the goal?
Let him get through. That was like a guard of honour.
Yeah.
Evans either side clapping him through. Go on, lad.
Yes. There you go. Yeah.
Well, obviously Evans is out. Has it been announced officially how long he's out for yet?
No, he's having another scan next week.
Okay.
Is everyone thinking it's the season then?
That is the rumour.
But he got injured at this point. He got injured at this point last season for the season. Remember the MK Dons game, wasn't it?
Matt's bidding him.
Matt is bidding him.
If if you're injured all the time and you can't contribute, what's the bleeding point?
What is your best ability?
You can't hang your hat on him, can you?
Matthew, what is your best ability?
Availability.
Back
Very
them up.
annoying. We need all hands to the pump right now because we've bollocksed it. We were top at Boxing Day. Now we're third. Tomorrow we could be fifth. Don't have a go at me. I'm just telling you what could happen. The variables.
He has got a point, to be fair. That was in my Avicii Brother remix. We were top at Christmas.
I can't believe Matt Phillips is saying that. They're just facts. I ain't on the pitch.
Thankfully. I mean,
Yeah.
you're that battering ram we need up
You
the
thought
front.
Tom Carroll was rubbish.
Obviously, with
Where's he
Everton,
now? Where's he now, Tom Carroll?
Not
Top
playing, is he?
shagger.
I think he's probably retired. I mean, that's just typical Town, isn't it? Someone else you hang your hat on. And then the
Yeah,
following
well,
season, hasn't got a club.
Tom Carroll. Let me go and find Tom Carroll. Hang on.
Tom Adeyemi, is he back on the grass yet?
Yeah.
I mean, he's only 30.
Five
to be
games
fair,
he
mate.
played
He can't
for
be a
Town,
guy.
hasn't he? 5 games.
Joke.
Tom
Joke.
Carroll.
Where's Tom
He's without a
Carroll?
club.
Without a club, there you go.
Oh,
They obviously saw him play against Barrow up at Barrow last season.
Oh, yeah.
actually. War.
what a day that was.
I mean, that's still quite young, though, isn't he? 1992. He's younger than me.
Yeah. Wonder why. Weird.
Shame, isn't it? Shame in a career like that,
but
because
yeah.
he wasn't the worst player last year.
But I mean, you
Oh,
where do you
being nice.
start? Where do you start?
Being nice. Anyway, as I keep trying to ask, Evans is out.
Evans is
Will
out.
he may default back to the enforcer role.
Cameron.
Luongo and Burns are back in training. Does Massimo come in? Does Humphreys come in? Does Morsey go to the enforcer? What does the midfield look like now with Evans certainly missing tomorrow and probably certainly missing Tuesday?
It's got to be Cameron, isn't it? It's got to be Morsey and Cameron, surely. But then Morsey has to change sides, doesn't he? When he plays with Evans, I think he goes to the left. And I think with Humphreys likes to play on that side. It's not ideal, is it? And you haven't got Dominic Ball, you haven't got Kamara, you haven't got Evans.
You never had Dominic Ball, to be fair.
I mean, Don Ball, another one. He's only been here like 5 minutes. Well, is he supposed to be coming back? He ain't going to be match ready, is he?
No. Neil Willimore suspects Massimo starting. Rich, you got any opinion on it?
Well, Longo was injured, was he not, for Tuesday?
Yeah, I think they probably obviously knew about Evans and they probably didn't risk him. Humphreys played very well the other night. I thought he really grew into that game. He's gone away there. He's playing top of the Championship.
Yeah.
Obviously really going to be in the Premier League next season. He's playing against some good Jack Cork. He's obviously, played in the Premier League, been around the block, and I thought he'd done really well. And he gets stuck in as well. He don't mind a tackle, Cameron. I think tomorrow, I think Luongo starts, Matt. I've just got a funny little feeling tomorrow. He's obviously come from Wednesday. They're probably going to tap into what he sort of knows about them players. I think, look, why have we signed him? Why have we signed him if he's not going to be playing in these games, really?
Exactly. Mystery. No one knows.
My opinion on it?
Not explained.
He was free and Jack Taylor was not. Well, Jack Taylor was free, but it was a different kind of free.
We might be trying to get a little bit too clever there. We can go into that in the summer, if we fail to get out of the league.
Just my opinion.
But I agree with you. If you chase a player all window, you bid for him 4 times. I don't think it's a secret that Town were after Jack Taylor. He hasn't been named. Darragh didn't name him, but he said a midfielder and a champ and a first division team had bid 4 times. So,
which do you think the starting point was on the fee? I bet they went 5 mil, Peterborough, and Ipswich come in with 1.5 or something. And then that's where it was. That's where they couldn't agree. Didn't Barry Fry say he was 10 mil or something?
Yeah, I think 3 million. If you'd have bid 3 million, and it depends how much you want the player and how much you think that he can make a difference, Martin. And it's blighted us injuries in midfield this season. Kamara, Ball, Evans twice. We're lucky, really, that we've had Humphreys and he's stepped up, Matt, because
we are.
You've got a lot out of that player, and he's going to be a better player for the experience he's had this season. Tomorrow, look, they're a physical side Wednesday, and in the middle of the pitch, I think you've got Vokes in there. You've got, obviously, Bannon. I think Byers is in there. I think you might need someone of Luongo's know-how tomorrow in the middle of the pitch.
Maybe, yeah.
I would be against Humphreys playing. I would not be against Humphreys playing.
I don't see how you can't play him, Matt.
I would probably play him. Having seen him against Rotherham, albeit a League One team last season, Championship this. I mean, he looked to cut above against them. I know this is going to be a bit of a different story tomorrow, but why not? Whatever he seems to do, he seems to rise to the occasion. So give him that opportunity, I think. Certainly, I certainly think he's going to be more creative than what Luongo is. Luongo has just been brought in to be a replacement for Morsey, surely. Is my thinking. Similar build, similar style, that kind of enforcer role. Look, what did he get in that first game against Burnley, Rich? 10, 15 minutes? Stuck in that proper 50-50, didn't he?
Yeah. So I feel like that's the only minutes. That's the only minutes he's had. And this is why, look, we don't know why he didn't play for Middlesbrough, Matt. He didn't play a minute, did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't play a minute, no.
So,
no, really odd.
And he's a bit injury prone. He's a bit injury prone going forward. So Morsey's one booking away from a 2-game ban. So listen, one of these games soon, we could be Humphreys, and I don't know who might play in there with him. If you say Morsey got booked tomorrow, say Luongo picks up an injury, you could play a Luco in there. I've seen the chat people saying a Luco could play in centre midfield. Martin rolling his eyes. He had a great game the other night, Martin, to be fair, Luco.
Show me your stats. Show me your stats. And I don't mean passes. I want
pre-assist.
No, he didn't get an assist, Matthew.
Pre-assist. I actually think that through ball he'd put to Jackson was fantastic. I actually think there's an argument to have him in that central position.
I'll give him that. That was a great ball.
Yeah.
Great ball.
Really good ball. Really good. There's an argument for him to start there, I think. They must, if we're thinking it, they must be thinking that in behind the scenes. Did he play in that role when we saw him against Sunderland? He had that real kind of breakout game and everyone was like raving about him.
I don't think he plays in a two. I don't think he's got the legs to get up and down. I honestly
don't. Maybe. That's a good
shout. He go back to Harness? He went to Harness, obviously, towards the end of the Cambridge game.
Yeah,
he only played one in there, didn't he? He only played Morsey in there, and everyone else was. That formation was a bit of a fucking mess, wasn't it? When you think of it,
gung-ho, wasn't it? It was like go.
We needed to win that game.
We did. Panic mode, wasn't
it? Very much so. Very much. I think Luco deeper because he's got great ball retention, good ball skills, and find a pass like you just said there, Matt. I think but I don't know. If he's a 10, I want to see some stats to back up. He's one of the. I've seen comments like he's our best player at the football club, which I just find absolute.
Yeah, that's what you want from someone in central midfield to put those balls through into the channels for the wider players to latch onto, and he did that against Burnley on Tuesday night, so he could do it tomorrow. We'll see. We'll find out. I still feel like Humphreys will probably get the nod. I feel like Morsey Luongo seems like a bit of a weird fit to me. Too similar.
Yeah.
Like having Hurst and Ladapo up front against Cambridge. That was weird as well. Too similar.
Running total in the chat of how many people are watching right now. We've got 170 across all platforms, 165 on YouTube.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button.
Likes.
Absolutely. Okay.
Subscribe if you don't subscribe as well.
And leave a review on iTunes or wherever it is these days. That's what everyone always says. I really like that Matt Phillips. He talks a lot of sense.
He talks a lot of bollocks. This pre-assisting, nobody tracks pre-assists. Nobody.
It was still a good ball.
No one cares for a pre-assist.
They do. You wouldn't have had the assist, would you? You wouldn't have got an assist if you hadn't put that ball from.
Well, in that case, the bloke who kicks off the ball to start the half.
Problem with data, though, isn't it?
Is the pre-assist because without him kicking the ball off, you can't have any play. So he's the pre-assist.
In the day, put in a shit hot ball. Kaden crosses it. We score.
Well, the Burnley defender sort of helps.
Oh, the best bit from Maluko was when he sold 4 of them. Man, I don't know if you've seen the clip.
I heard that bit on the radio. Yeah, they love that. Yeah,
unreal bit of skill that was.
Yeah.
Ben
Hobbs, likes them.
Can you ask Rich what her? Because obviously Rich is the only person there, so you can only comment. What her link-up play was like on Tuesday?
I thought he was probably. I thought he could have been our man of the match. I thought he was excellent, and I've got a little bugbear about Kieran and his subs, right? So George Hurst has still not completed a 90 minutes this season. Didn't complete the 90 minutes at Blackburn. So the other night,
Carabao, he did. That's it.
Well, there you go.
League game.
But the other night, he's not going to start tomorrow. I'll be surprised if he started. Freddie did that.
Even though he's had a good game. Even though he's had a good game, you don't think he'll start?
No.
And scored.
But for me, there's an opportunity there the other night for him to complete a 90. He's playing well. I don't see the need that if you're a striker, Matt, for Town, the number 9, it's very rare that you complete the 90 minutes. Ladapo did at Cambridge, but how many times has Ladapo started and come off after 60, 65 minutes?
That's a good point, yeah.
There's another thing. There's another thing like we go on about data and analytics. It seems as like, right, he's played this number of minutes, he's got to come off now, and he's got to come on. There's no really thinking outside the box. I didn't see the reason for Hurst to come off the other night. If he's not, he might start tomorrow. I don't know, but I think there's a chance there for him to play a full 90, get up to speed. I know you thought it was a bit of a lucky goal that he scored, Matt.
It was a bit.
But look, it ended in the net. I thought he played really well. Oh, he worked hard. He was up there on his own. He run the channels well. He held the ball up well. Got a goal.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, and he's got a bit of confidence there. He's scored. I think Hurst will probably play at Bristol Rovers on Tuesday, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I mean, Jamie says got to start Big Fred. He's the hot hand, and he's done enough over weeks to deserve to start.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed him on the Wednesday pod. They were like, they marked him as a really good player. But I said, I mean, look, their two strikers aren't scoring either. Apparently, Smith obviously was up front with the depot last season at Rotherham. He's floating in and around the team, and so is Gregory. So their front line have been struggling for goals. They've had to rely on them from the.
Are you winning? Are you winning in the poll, Gov?
No, that's why it's still open.
What's the percentage?
48% to under pressure.
I thought that might be the case.
What's Bad Habits got?
30%.
Ooh.
Space Cowboy he's lost in space, mate.
He's lost in space. He's in cyberspace.
He's been eliminated. Triple threat. He's gone. But I'll be closing that very soon. So haven't yet voted, please do so. Andy said people on TWTD. Not sure I've ever heard of that.
Don't worry about what they think. The old anonymous crowd.
Here he goes. Who
cares what they think? They're not Ipswich fans, that lot. Don't worry about
are. Yes, they are. Don't start
that.
No,
they're not.
Don't start that. Yes,
they are. They don't qualify.
I'm looking really trim. Just going to say that.
How's Toby the dog anyway? What happened with the grapes? Tell us more.
Well, no one's ever seen a grape. The vet has made him sick. They've looked after him, but no grape was ever found. So,
do you have grapes open? You clearly have grapes open on a kind of bowl.
No, I wasn't here. I was at the dentist, and I got a call to say we think the dog's eating a grape.
Are grapes like kryptonite for dogs? Then is that
apparently? I can't even stand grapes. So if it's down to me, grapes wouldn't even enter the premises.
Big fan of grapes, me.
Do you remember? Do you remember Bo Selector? Do you remember Bo Selector?
Yeah.
Ooh, me grapes.
I do, yeah, but I can't stand I mean, squashed and made into wine, all for it. But
yes.
I'm not a big grape fan. Do you have them with cheese, Matt? Do you like?
No, I wouldn't have
grapes. I like cheese, grommet.
No, I wouldn't have them grapes. No.
Sorry, that was my
one. People do though, don't they? You're right. Weird that. Cheese board.
Black grapes says.
With Ritz crackers.
Nothing wrong with a cheese board. Chutneys.
Christmassy. That's very Christmassy, isn't it?
As well, like some blue Stilton, some Mexicana, a bit of chilled in there. Ooh.
A red Leicester in there.
Tell you what, the Italians, when I was there on my honeymoon, they put honey on their crackers.
Did they?
And I was like, I'll have a bit of this. Best thing I've ever tasted. A bit of honey on the cracker, a bit of cheese. Hit the spot that did.
Where did you go for your honeymoon then? Which part of Italy did you go to?
Sorrento.
Oh, right, nice.
Overlooking Mount Vesuvius in the jacuzzi with a bottle of wine.
Sorry. I don't want to think of Martin in the jacuzzi.
Oh, you do.
No,
We're thinking back to Valentine's again, aren't we? Reading Colin's book.
Is in the air.
If you haven't watched it, the Marcus Stewart interview is available, and we spoke about Valentine's there to Marcus. What did he say, Matt?
Didn't
what
like
did he
it,
say?
Wasn't interested.
No, he said he can't stand couples sitting in a restaurant together for 2 hours, not talking to each other, because he said, if I want to do that, I could sit on the sofa at home.
It's hard to
get them tickets. If anyone wants to go to the game, the charity game at Bristol Rovers, Saturday the 13th of May, go over to the Bristol Rovers website.
There's some names in there, isn't there? Some good ones.
Paul Scholes, he's there. Matt Holland is there.
Queen of the Jungle, Jill Scott, she's playing.
Jill Scott is there as well.
Yeah, very good. Marcus highly thought of. What a surprise.
Now, I don't often go out for meals, so I can't sort of pick up on Marcus's comment there, which you're always out for dinner. So do you sit in
you go to the chippy, don't you?
Hang on.
you sit in silence with your wife for 2 hours, or do you engage in the conversation?
Well, we went to the Ickworth on Monday. Iworth House.
How is Susie's knowledge on Turf Moor and other locations in English football?
She's not interested. She's not interested.
No.
Not interested.
That surprised me.
I had a great massage and I had a great facial as well, Gov. They can't give a straight face.
Where is the Ickworth then? Where is this?
The Ickworth is in Horringer, just outside Bury.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, it's nice there. I think Mike D's there. Mike D stayed there when Colin picked him up earlier in the season. He stayed there. We had a lovely lunch there as well. I think I had a BLT, Matt, with some nice chips, and then I'd apple and rhubarb crumble. It was lovely.
Keep your facials to yourself, son.
You always have 2 courses, don't you? See, 1 course is enough.
I had 3.
You have 3 courses.
Yeah,
I'd never do 3 courses. Couldn't do it. 1 course is enough.
This was for lunch. at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. See, now, if I had that for lunch, I wouldn't have any dinner.
You don't like food, though, do you?
No, I find it annoying.
2 courses.
What's Jamie say? Keep your facials to yourself, son.
Jamie says, keep your facials to yourself, son. Yeah, I just read that comment. But I had 2 courses at Preso the other day. Didn't need dinner.
What did you have?
Well, your appetite's changed now, hasn't it? Because you've been on the thing.
Well, they club card vouchers. So
it
didn't cost me a penny. And absolutely rinsed it. I had... What I liked was they got this cheese, and on the menu it says, like mozzarella, but tastes better. I want to know who's tasted it to decide that it tastes better, or is it a cheaper type of cheese? Like,
yeah.
I'd rather have mozzarella. And then I had for main, I had a burger because I'm.
You're picky
that
about
was my all-day breakfast in Bracknell there, Matt. It was the most anorexic toast I've ever known.
Now, all-day breakfast is good. I don't like it when they cut breakfast off at 11 or whatever. I can't see why you can't have that for a day. All-day breakfast, love it.
Absolute nonsense. Just like when you go on holiday and you got to stand at the toasting machine waiting for the toast to come through. That's absolutely
that thing that goes really slowly through the thing.
Yeah, you all stand
there. Yeah, I don't bother with that. There's nothing worse than stand for that.
Looking at each other like classic Brits. Right?
Yeah. Sorry about this. I'm just waiting for my toast to go
I'm doing that on Wednesday morning because I'm staying in Bristol and Colin is staying at the same hotel as me, so I can
get a picture of the toast going through. Post it on the Discord. The toast going through the thing. Don't even know what they call it.
It's like, do you think sometimes it comes out and then you think, do I need to put it in again? And then you put it in again and it comes out fucking too. It's not done enough. It's not done enough, and you think I'll put that in again, and then when it comes out, you think, what do you do with toast like that? Do you eat it, or would you throw it in the bin, or just scrape it?
You launch it at a wall, it bounces back.
I'll probably if it's slightly burnt, I'll still eat it. I think.
Just scrape it off.
Still eat it. I hope they got a gym at this premiere in thing because Colin will be on the old treadmill. He'll be keep ticking over.
He gets on the bike, doesn't he? He's on the bike.
Yeah, he'll be down. He'll be down.
Old Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes.
I'm not one for exercise. Just
no.
starve yourself until you lose weight.
By the way, when you have you booked in yet?
For what?
For what?
Oh,
that's not exercise.
Do you know? I'm not dead against the idea of possibly not now.
We're pushing to shove.
Yeah. If you're listening to the audio, Martin will be having a snip very soon.
Well, my wife kindly sent me a video of this care package that some wife had given her husband for the night before his.
A care package?
So it was all like, sorry about your, and then ginger nuts was crossed out. Ginger was crossed out with just sorry about your nuts, and really put me off the idea. Then I Googled it, and it was like, it's going to come out really purple, and it's going to be really bruised for a number of, and I was like,
no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You don't have to wear 2 pairs of pants.
Do you get put to sleep for this?
No, I was chatting away to the nurse while the old boy was taking care of the old boy.
Hold on a minute. Breaking it. You've had this done, have you?
Yeah.
Of course he has.
I've got it booked in, right? When I turned up for the first time, I'd psyched myself up. And I got there.
For the first time?
I was really disappointed. So then I had to go back. And I was chatting away to the nurse, like, where are you going on your holidays? And there he's like, what's that burning? Really, mate.
First cut is the deepest. Look, I'm more in favour of divorce than vasectomy right now, my friend. So, I mean, If it comes to it, no.
I love how Rich's dyslexia is going global. It's good that.
Oh,
There you go.
well,
I've now got
Rich,
swords. Scissors in the chat.
Rich, let's get enough of this. Let's get back to Rich. Get them stats up for Sheffield Wednesday that you posted today. Let's get them bad boys up.
So Sheffield Wednesday, 16 games unbeaten, 11 wins, 5 draws, 6 wins on the spin, 5 consecutive clean sheets, 0 goals conceded in 2023, 100% record in 2023. They've kept 17 clean sheets, Matt. They've only conceded 18 goals. But before these 6 wins on the spin, they did draw 5 out of 8.
Interesting. So what does this tell us? This tells us
Hawks, what a generous donation.
You couldn't even get to £4.50. Just gone £4.49.
I'm not even worth £4.50. Look.
Well done, Hawks. All good. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much, Hawks.
Those stats, right? Those stats is what you think everyone would think Ipswich are posting right now. In terms of like, oh, you can't have a go at McKenna, you can't have a go at Ashton because they're doing X, Y, and Z. The fact is, since bloody November, if the season started in November, we'd be on target for 69 points at the moment, which gets you finishing like 10th or whatever. Sheffield Wednesday is showing you what is needed to be in order to, with an experienced manager who's been around the block a little bit, what is needed to get out of this division, and they're delivering it, and fair play to them. You know, we're well away from that. Well away. We haven't even won. I said to James Mappin on the Wednesday pod in the week, we're the only team in the top 4 that have not done 5 games, winning 5 games on the trot. Wednesday have done it.
We've only done 3 once, haven't we?
Yeah, Derby have done it. And the reason I feel like we've fallen down is because we've not been able to put 5 games on the trot. And that's why we're 6 points behind everybody. And, you know, that lies on McKenna for me.
And don't you like reminding us?
Yeah. So, you know,
that is some record. I know people will say that I'll have to come to an end at.
I thought that's what we would be doing. With the spend, I thought that's what we'd be doing. But clearly, it's beyond us at the moment.
18 goals conceded all season. That's phenomenal.
That is phenomenal.
You don't hear Sheffield Wednesday fans going, if only we could be a bit more clinical. If only we could stop conceding sloppy goals. They're not doing it. We do it.
It's true what Stephen Parry says, though. They were moaning about Darren Moore and wanting him out before this run.
Yeah, but Arteta out. He's about to win
the
Premier League.
Look at the form, man. Look at the form. Look, Steve Parry loves to polish a turd, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? That's what we're doing with Town right now. Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday is showing you what it's all about, and we've fallen.
And Derby, Matt.
And Derby.
That right there is the promotional secretary of the Northwest branch. You've just called like polishing a turd.
I love Steve. You're just a little bit too optimistic for my liking. Look at the facts. We've gone from 1st. We could be 5th tomorrow.
They've got quality in the right areas that performing at the right time. But hasn't, you know, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Barnsley go
on? For fuck's sake. Talking to quality in the right areas. He had an absolute nightmare. We all watched the game at Hillsborough. I was there. You obviously probably watched it online. Yeah, he was terrible that day, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He made Jackson run him ragged. Now, does he pick Jackson tomorrow, Matt, in that?
Yeah, side? He might. He could do, because in the success he had in that first game, but who knows? I don't know. I don't think McKenna knows, quite frankly. He's bugging about with the squad so much. Yeah, I don't think he knows particularly.
Right, the results are in. 47% of people wanted to see Under Pressure by Queen going into the jukebox. That means 47% of people are wrong, because Ed Sheeran's gone into the jukebox this evening. Because I get.
Get out of here.
I have the button.
Under Pressure.
No, I'll put Under Pressure in. Don't worry.
Chris is not going to be happy.
Who won't?
Baggies losing 2-0 to Birmingham.
And about to lose their manager, possibly. So
he's staying.
He's staying. It's under new contracts. Chris said if Corberon had gone to Leeds, he said they'd be bollocks.
Who would actively choose to stay in West Brom?
Yeah, very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, Leeds is Barcelona.
I don't agree with the fisherman. If we lose McKenna's on thin ice, he isn't. There's 2 people I know who want McKenna out. One of them's Mike, and the other one's Matt.
I don't want him out.
What a party that would be!
No words in my mouth.
Now, don't backtrack. You said get rid of him and get an experienced manager in.
Right, I'll have to defer to Judge Judy in the corner there. Martin, when have I said I want him out? I've never said that.
I am struggling to remember a time when you said it, but I wouldn't rule in your favour just yet. I could be convinced by the evidence.
I like having him as our manager. I don't think he's what we need at the moment. I'd rather we had. I don't want a dinosaur either. We need someone like.
Yes, you did.
Sam Allardyce. Hang on, let me get back on that WhatsApp.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll put an asterisk next to that if Big Sam was available.
Yeah, that is.
I think McKenna is far more suited to the Championship, where people are playing more open football. They want to pass the ball around. I don't think he can. Well, facts tells us he can't deal with your Fleetwoods, your Cambridges, your Cheltenhams, your Lincolns, and all them other clubs. He hasn't been able to deal with them.
That's such a bad excuse, isn't it?
Wait,
he's a Championship manager. Well, he's not one. He's a League One manager. So
he's shown that he can go toe to toe with Vincent Kompany, because that's the stuff. Maybe he's dropped down too low. You've gone from Man United to League One. Maybe you should have just gone to the found a Championship club. You know what I mean? He's been really good against Burnley. Really good. First game, brilliant. 0-0. Narrowly lost 2-1. That tells me he should be probably managing in the Championship, where his style of football is probably more indicative of that division. Whereupon we're playing cloggers. And next season we're playing against Stevenage. With old big Steve Evans.
Ben Hobbs, thank you very much for the attention. I've made a note of it. I will get that new link for Discord into the community tab after the show. So you want to become a Talking Town Fist Downer, you want to get access to Discord, the link will be in the community tab after the show. Hit the join button. You wanted Sam Allardyce, so forget your dinosaurs. You wanted Sam Allardyce. So order in the court.
Oh, right. Please. How awful of me to want an old former England manager in charge.
One game.
Hang on, that's stretching it a little bit.
That is stretching it a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, do you not think, just seriously though, do you not think Sam Allardyce, given 8 million, would not get Ipswich out of this division? You think he'd struggle? We'll be fucking about against bloody Fleetwood or whatever.
I wouldn't want to watch his football.
If I was a millionaire, I wouldn't be sat here. Like, it's irrelevant. It's not going to happen, is it? Because I feel at the moment I feel sorry for the Arizona lot, Brett and Burke and Schwartz and all them, because they've given them the money. They've given them every opportunity.
Right, question for you, Matt. Question for you.
Every opportunity, man.
Would your Essex boys get us out this league?
Oh, you don't even have to ask. Of course they would. They've won trophies together. In the time we've been pissing about, buggering about in the League One and the Championship and not doing anything, they took Lincoln out of non-league. They've won trophies. They've got promotions. It's all about the fit, innit? Look at Mark Robbins. He went through a few clubs, didn't find a good fit, goes back to Coventry, really good fit. It's all about the fit, innit?
All about the fit?
Yeah.
No chance Cowley gets it out. But here, how about this for a statement? If this was November, McKenna would be on the way out.
Agreed. McKenna's point per game ratio since November is marginally better than Paul Cook's, and he got sacked. Marginally better. We're talking like 0.1 here. I think Cookie got sacked around about 1.4 points per game. McKenna's on 1.5 for 3 months. And Cook only really got from the start of the season, didn't he? August through to mid-November.
If it was November or possibly early December, would McKenna be on thin ice then, Rich? If it was, is it sort of that sort of form indicative?
Well, we're not. We're in February.
Is the form indicative? Is the form a suggestion of
the 5 months? The form hasn't been good enough since Charlton away October. I think that's 36 points. I think you've only taken 18, Matt.
I think it was 37 from 17 and 18 from 12.
Look, we all know that. We all know that. We don't need to sort of keep rehashing it, really. We need to focus on tomorrow. And why are we so negative? We're playing Sheffield Wednesday. We got a full house. What we've wanted. We went down to Portman Road when it was it was like a bloody morgue down there. There's people not turning up. You know, they'd be saying there's so many in the crowd, and it was nowhere near that. So I've had people tonight loads of people wanting to get tickets. You know, when Mick was here, when Lambert was here, when Hurst was here, you couldn't give your bloody ticket away. If you couldn't do a game, you couldn't give it away. So I don't see why we're being so negative. There is a lot of football still to be played.
A lot of football.
Big shout, David. There, look at that.
Big up, David. £20. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Talking of those, that reminds me of one of those clips you see, plenty of football. Where, you know, on have you seen the Sean Dyche sort of mouth scratch combo, where he just a reel of him doing that throughout? Like, some of the stuff people have time to make. it's just brilliant.
I've
But
not seen it.
one of those is a cliche of
people not disappointed that Boxing Day we were top, and here we are mid-February.
We're all disappointed, mate. We're all disappointed, but we ain't
down in it. Do you want to get promoted or not?
Are you? Why are we bothering going tomorrow then? If we're all negative, why are we bothering going? This is what
we go because we are the club. Players aren't the club. Managers aren't the club. Owners aren't the club. Football fans are the club. We will outlive all of these. We will still be there in 10 years or whatever it might be when they're all long gone. I don't care who the players are. I don't really care who the manager is. I care a little bit about who the owners are because they pulled the purse strings. At the end of the day, nothing's bigger than the shirt. We support the shirt from 81 through to now. That's what I care
Stephen
about.
Perry says, but it's football. Nobody wins every game. What were those stats on Wednesday, Rich?
What stats were they?
The ones on Wednesday. 18 games, was it?
16.
Right.
16.
They're undefeated since October, aren't they? I mean, that's what a run. Fair play to them. You can only look at Plymouth and go, really good. You can only look at Sheffield Wednesday and go, really good. Why can't Ipswich do that with all the resources the Americans are giving them?
What's Derby done? Have they done a similar run? Have they done a decent?
Yeah, they're about 20. They're about 20 games. Their last defeat was when they
played us.
Yeah, when they lost to us, didn't they?
Yeah, when they lost to us. There you go.
Yeah.
That was October.
Too stone heavier then.
Is that the game before the Shelton game? There or thereabouts, wasn't it? I think.
See, times change. Anyway, how do we win tomorrow? Give me a key or two to unlock the Wednesday back line. I'm writing that down. That's quite a good little segue into the keys. Rich?
Let Matt go first. He's got all the answers.
Well, I mean, it's the key to the game how we played on Tuesday. I mean, do we think because when Plymouth came,
They lost that game, Matt.
All right, yeah, fair play. Okay, we lost the game, right? But from all intents and purposes, it was a really good performance.
Won the war.
Yeah. All right. But when Plymouth came, we said they'd probably sit behind. They don't need to win the game. A draw would be fine. And they tried to win the game. And we were very close to beating them. Again, we couldn't do it. 96-minute equaliser. Do we think Sheffield Wednesday are going to come and try and attack us tomorrow? Or will they try and defend? My personal take is they'll think they can keep their run going and will try and beat us. So can we capitalise on our, can we be more direct? We stuck in 530 passes against Cambridge, which is about 200 more passes than what we've done over the last month. Can we get back to being more direct? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I feel like probably it'll either be 1-1 or 2-1. I can't see Town winning tomorrow. How can they go from that Cambridge performance to that
That's
tomorrow?
football. That's football. But these things happen in football. It's just because we play poorly against Cambridge doesn't mean we can't beat Sheffield Wednesday.
It's unlikely, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. Why is
We
it?
couldn't even hold a 2-goal lead at Hillsborough.
Yeah, but that's gone.
We'll give you a 2-goal head start. It was 2-2. We'll see. Well, let's see if Ipswich have got the cojones to bring it.
That's what I'd say. Tomorrow we need to show that intensity. We need to show that grit, that determination.
Yeah, we would as fans, and that's what we want from the team. But whether or not they can get off to the start that will require, I don't know. If we don't win tomorrow, we're bollocks, don't we? We're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're top two. They know that we're in that last chance saloon, and it's win or bust, isn't it? Tomorrow, a draw's no good.
Get to there though. That's.
I don't know. I don't disagree with you, but how do we beat Wednesday? Look, we just need to. When we played last Saturday,
Rich, just move to your left. People keep telling me in the chat. Don't know why.
This way,
right. Left. What is it? I don't know. Just move to. I don't know what that is.
To the left.
I think Matt is complaining more about our consistency rather than our capability. We are skilled, but just need to deliver. Well, that's easier said than done, isn't it? Can you deliver in the big moments? This team has shown you what they can deliver is going from first to third and could be fifth tomorrow night. That's what they've shown you. Fucking annoying.
You are a whole mood board, you. I can't deal with you sometimes.
It's a fact, though, isn't it? We could be fifth tomorrow night. Don't tell me that's not true, because it is.
And then you'll still have, people that are positive thinkers telling you you're still in the playoffs.
Is that acceptable, having been top of the table with the money spent? To me, that is not. If I was the Americans, I'd be going at the end of the season. We gave you every opportunity to be successful. Almost. What do you do at the end of the
season? What do you do if we're not successful then, Matt? Press the panic button.
I'll be making changes.
Absolutely. You said that you didn't want McKenna, and now you're saying that you would.
At the moment, I'm keeping McKenna. I actually quite like having McKenna as manager. But if we get to the end of the season and we haven't got promoted. And at the moment, the vibe is that I don't think we will get promoted. See you later. If you ain't delivering for Ipswich, see you later. That's as I said just now. Nothing's bigger than the shirt. Nothing's bigger than the badge. If you can't get Ipswich Town promoted on 8 million in League One, goodbye. We are not a learning project. We are not a learning project. This club's been through the shit for 20 years. Then it got relegated.
Yeah, and we're finally going back to sort of where we want to be. Look,
are we? Well, you're first. You could be fifth tomorrow night.
So if people are not believing in McKenna, why is there 29,000 at the ground tomorrow?
Because people are because of Ashton's PR campaign. They're engaged in what's going on.
And the football that we're playing. It's just, you're just so
engaged in the FA Cup.
I honestly do not know why you're bothering turning up tomorrow at the game.
I know why he's going tomorrow, because if you don't, you'll get stick from you on Sunday.
He's got some baby clothes to deliver. I think that's why he's coming.
When we went, I've got to bring the baby clothes. That's one of the reasons I'm coming. When we played Plymouth, I was buzzing for that game. I thought we would beat them and then we would cement our place in the top two. Lo and behold, fucking Burgess deflects the ball in from that Norwich low knee. We end up 1-1. I'm not as excited for the game as I was.
Are you playing him tomorrow? Are you playing him tomorrow?
No, absolutely.
Are you playing the back? Are you playing?
I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play. I think he'll play Keogh.
I don't think he will tomorrow.
But the local media don't ask why Keogh is suddenly back in the frame, right? We haven't got the privilege to be able to ask. Why are you playing Keogh? What's happened to Wolfenden? Why is Burgess not involved anymore?
I didn't look.
No one asked that question. All they go is like, "Oh, Kieran, what did you think of that then?" Well, it's a great travelling support.
Yeah, I didn't look too closely at what was asked to Kieran this today, but you would have thought after Tuesday with Wolfie playing, the question would have been proposed. Wolfie, who had been a mainstay of your backline, has recently lost his place. What is your thinking in regards to Keogh? Just give an opportunity to sort of big up Keogh, if anything, but because it is, my thoughts on Richard Keogh, bless him. Anyway,
I can't. As I said last week, I can't be alone in thinking this. We want to get promoted. We should be top two. We should be champions, really. But with the money spent, if we get second, fair play. To be outside the top two, I think is absolutely ridiculous. We will be a laughingstock. Even James at Sheffield Wednesday was like chuckling.
There you go. There you go.
Today, look.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We both clocked it at the same time, Rich. There you go. Boom. Look at that. Chris Boyd says, I agree with Matt. We see no evidence we can arrest this slide. None at all. Until we do, people are clutching at straws. Reality says we've run our race.
18 games to go. Nonsense.
80 Crouch, the media don't ask hard-hitting questions. Let me at them. I will.
What did they say? Well, Kieran, what did you think of the sports day? It was great. I'm sorry we couldn't take you back go back home with a win. I don't want to be hearing that. Why are you not playing so-and-so? Why are you not playing X, Y, and Z? Tell me.
James Husband, a lot of people predicted we finished 4th or 5th. We're beating those expectations. Our form since October is disappointing.
Watch back our predictions. I had us finishing 4th.
I had us finishing 3rd, actually. I watched back that preview show earlier.
Where did we have Plymouth?
Nowhere.
I think I had Sheffield Wednesday winning the league. I don't know who else.
We all did. We all did.
Second.
A lot of people predicted we would finish 4th or 5th this year. What on 8 million spend over 2 seasons? Ipswich fans have got to get a grip here. Come on. Are your expectations that low from the Marcus Evans era that we can spend 8 million and go, oh, actually, we might not get in the top 2? Bullshit.
So you don't think finishing 11th last season and finishing the playoffs this season is a success?
No. Well, Martin said the other week, Wigan were nearly relegated. They got promoted as champions.
True.
It's true.
Come on, we're not playing really good teams here. Look at
Bolton have gone
come to us.
Down to League 2, come back, and are still not too far behind us.
They went into bloody liquidation pretty much. They're sitting we could be below them tomorrow.
12s, didn't we?
We could be below them tomorrow. Ipswich fans have got such low expectations. It pisses me off, quite frankly. If you want to start winning things, have a winning mentality. Don't start thinking like mediocrities like where it is.
You had a winning mentality for 20 years.
Mediocrities? Is he
the Americans have given you every opportunity. Brett Johnson's given you every opportunity to have a winning mentality, but still going, oh, if we finish 5th, it might be okay.
Look, that's the time. Right, we're done.
The playoffs, bollocks. Let me tell you that right now.
A quick one before we go.
Please be quick.
On a positive note, right?
Well, please be positive.
Tomorrow, a young lad called Ralphie is going to be the mascot, right?
Top man.
He was 9 in December. Spoke to his dad this morning. 5 years to the day, he was diagnosed with Perth's disease. 3 years of being in a wheelchair, bound to protect his hip. And then he slowly started bringing sport into it. So if you go into the game tomorrow and you see Ralphie, give him a massive cheer because he's an absolute legend.
Brilliant. Yeah, have a great day, Ralphie. Fantastic. I love that. Brilliant.
Fair enough.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
It is. So he's a mascot. Okay.
You mascot? You ever been mascot?
No.
Matt can still pass a mascot now, couldn't he? Coming out in his little shorts.
I was desperate to be a mascot when I was junior blues. Never got chosen. Used to be a lottery or something. Never got chosen. Can't believe it.
You have to pay now. It's about 170 quid now.
I might pay that money so I can run out with the team. Whose hand can I be holding?
Should we all do that? Talking Town contributors, we'll pay for Matt to be the mascot. He can come out holding Morse's hand.
As long as he's wearing a full
Then Cameron, don't try and deflect the ball into goal this time, for fuck's sake.
Mascot, I'd love that. Well done, Ralphie.
Well done, Ralphie. Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Ralphie. Love it. Okay, we're done with Dustin. He's ITK Cruncher, 22%. He's a reader of the future. Hopefully not reader of our futures, because otherwise we're all going to be back here on Sunday moaning. We're live tomorrow at the statue. Obviously, might be very busy after Rich called after the chat out on Sunday.
I won't actually be there pre-match.
What's he at? You see, Luke? See?
I'm working in the morning. I'm working. And
I'll meet you at the statue.
Yeah,
you're going to be there.
Anyone wants to come and see me at full time, I'll be there. Don't worry.
I'll be there.
Oh, brilliant. Jake is mascot for the Wigan game on the 7th of April, says Craig.
Lovely. Enjoy.
There we go. Right, score predictions. Rich. Be positive.
1-0 Town.
He wasn't going to say 1-0 Town, was he? He was hesitating between positive and actual.
Did you say 1-0 Town?
1-0 Town.
He did.
Against the team that's not lost since October and conceded a goal all year.
They're in League One.
Things must come to end.
They're not that great. They're not Real Madrid.
True. Well, I said on the Sheffield Wednesday pod, I think they'd beat us 2-1. So I'm going to stick with that. I think Ipswich never played well in front of full houses.
He's got a point.
What's your prediction then?
He doesn't give one.
He's the fence sitter. He thinks we're going to lose as well, everybody. I'll
give you a prediction. 2 teams will run out and 2 teams will
run
back.
God.
There you go.
And look, I'll be there to watch all of it.
I hope I'm wrong, and at full time we could be celebrating and we're back in the top 200. Please.
We all hope that. Look, I know we argue and whatever, but we all hope that we win tomorrow.
It's the hope that gets you.
It definitely is. Hope it kills.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure than at the end of the season to be proved wrong and we've got to the top 2. It would be fantastic. But I'm just looking at facts. That's all I'm looking at.
I don't know. With Valentine's around the corner, that's not true.
You make me smile when I think of you. If I get down low and I get blue, I can't get enough. You make me happy, I feel so fine. Oh, how I wish that you were mine. I can't get enough. Oh, please lover. I woke up all soaked in sweat, weird chills running down my neck. I felt went crazy from just the thought of you.